Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be where you're at. Here, it's a lovely afternoon on the west coast of Florida, USA. It's your boy, Celine Driver, coming to you with another Walkin and Talkin Tuesday video. But as you can see, I'm not walking, I am talking. Um, I'm not walking, for the reasons I've not been walking for the past few times. I can't afford to be too far away from rapid transportation back to my parents' house to help continue to take care of my father. We've been over that. I am sitting here in my backyard, hanging on to the Battle Angel Memorial selfie stick, enjoying a nice mid afternoon in the shade because it's rather warm here today. I do have a main topic, which you've already read in the comments, in the description of the video, but I'll touch two subjects very quickly. One, being a longtime Florida Gator fan, but not really a college basketball fan. I don't really care about college basketball that much. It's not really a sport I prefer. But I do like to see my Florida teams do well. And therefore, I am ecstatic that Mike White, the former head coach of the Florida Gators men's basketball team, has decided to forego the pleasure of watching him get fired and decided to quit and go coach basketball at the University of Georgia. Now, as a Florida fan, this is a 2-for-1 victory. One, we don't have to deal with Mike White anymore. He can go fuck off to Athens and coach that piss poor basketball team into whatever dregs of the cellar of the SEC that they're going to continue to reside in. And two, we get to dump a worthless basketball coach on a hated rival. So, thumbs up. We get to stick it to Georgia, which we haven't been able to this year until this. And we get rid of a stiff of a head coach and get to move on to something better. That's all I'm going to say about that. Another topic I'm going to only touch on briefly is the controversy surrounding the Slob Olympics and the winners and the losers and this and that about the scoring and all that stuff. A, I wasn't there. B, I've listened to 3 or 4 different versions of what happened from various people that were involved, intimately involved as it would be described. I'm not naming names. You probably can figure it out on your own. And I'm satisfied I know enough about what happened that I don't want to make any more comments about it. It is what it is. What happened, happened. It can't be undone. Congratulations to Golden Blue Dude. Scoring controversies and other nonsense and shenanigans notwithstanding, I understand you played your guts out, sir, and you walked away with the trophy. And hey, you're the champ. You are the 2022 Slob Olympics champion, and nobody can take that away from you. So enjoy your trophy. You earned it. Congratulations. Also, congratulations to Nate DeGreat, who's never late, for being voted the most valuable slob. And I guess congratulations to Uncle Lou for being named world's greatest college Miami Hurricane fan. You have my sympathies, sir. If I were you, I'd try and do something about that condition right away. I would seek medical attention. Oh, the sun's coming out. Now, main topic. this is a topic that a lot of people, it's near and dear to their hearts because they live in neighborhoods that have homeowners associations, or they live in apartments or condos or whatever, and they have leasing agreements and condo associations or tenant association, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Boards whose single purpose in life seems to be that they're ruled and run by people who have nothing better to do with their lives than sit around, make idiotic rules, idiotic proclamations, and go around measuring blades of grass and seeing that they're too tall or that there's too many weeds per square inch or whatever, and generally making people's lives fucking miserable. I hate HOAs. I always have. I've had to deal with multiple HOAs in my lifetime of owning homes, living in apartments, and now living in my lovely townhouse over here. And this HOA in particular has been pretty bad initially. Right now, they're not so bad. They're leaving me alone for the most part. They have left me alone for a few years now. Even though I am currently violating one of their main rules, which is one of the main rules in this particular neighborhood, this townhouse area, is you can't park cars in driveways overnight. They have to be locked up in the garages. Now, I have two cars. I have my Celine, and I have a Hyundai Sonata. Now, currently, I have my older daughter living with me. She broke up with her boyfriend, thank God, and is living with me and is parking her car in my driveway because she lives with me, and I'm not going to make her park the car somewhere else. And pretty much the HOA as it's currently formed is leaving me alone and not sending me letters or threatening to fine me or take away my fruit cup before dinner. That's a movie reference. I bet K-Dog will know which movie it is. I wonder if anyone else knows what movie that is. Comment below if you do. Let's see who picks up that reference. For the most part, they're leaving me alone. They did also, there's a truck coming. It was a FedEx truck. I wish he was coming to my house with a watch, but he's not. When they were in school, they would park their cars in the driveway. They left me alone. Now, when I first moved here, this HOA was run by different people, and they were run by a group of people who really took great pleasure in writing letters to me constantly about the noise level of my Celine. I got letters on average about once every 3 weeks saying the neighbors were complaining, the car was too loud, it smelled funny, it was obnoxious, it was ruining the neighborhood's property values, on and on and on. I got like 6 or 7 letters from them. Various things. The last two basically were threatening either sell the car. They literally said sell or modify the car, or we're going to start fining you $25 a day until you show us proof that you brought the car into some kind of mystical compliance. That was never spelled out. And that was when I decided that it was time to get nasty. Now, I didn't do the typical thing that you would think, was I was running around the neighborhood doing burnouts at all hours or anything like that. No. I have to live with these people. I like this house, this one over here. I like this neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood. It's quiet. It serves my needs. So I gotta live. I gotta live here. I gotta live with these people. And since I'm one of the youngest people on this block, I'm probably gonna outlive all of them. It's my goal to now, actually. I started trying to take better care of myself just so I can outlive all these assholes. Anyway, I went to one of these meetings. You know the kind of meetings. They hold them somewhere. They go through their little gyrations about this and that, and then they open the floor up to business, new business. So I waited my turn, I bided my time, and they called for new business. I walked up to the podium with my handful of letters, which, by the way, I've destroyed all of them, so don't ask me to produce them because I've destroyed all of them. I just once I did what I did, I didn't think it was necessary to hang on to them anymore. I got up to the podium and I said, "It has come to my attention that there are people on this HOA board and in this HOA who don't like one of my cars. They think it's too loud, they think it's too smelly, they think it's too obnoxious, they want me to sell it, they want me to modify it, they want all kinds of things." Well, I'm here to tell you a few things, folks. First of all, point one, the car is street legal. It is registered in the state of Florida. It has a tag. It has a title. It's insured. It has a registration. So it's a legal car to drive on the streets of Florida. Point two, all the parts used to make any changes to this car have been, are now, and always will be 50 state compliant. I do not buy parts that are not compliant and street legal. I don't need to be pulled over by a cop and then be told my car is illegal to drive and have it towed away and crushed. Point three, you don't have the right, and I checked with my attorneys on this one, you don't have the right to force me to sell my car. You don't have the right to force me to modify my car. You don't have the right to tell me that you will fine me or put a lien on my property based on I didn't modify it or I didn't sell it. So, and this is years ago before the phrase "fuck around and find out" came about, but I gave them the back then equivalent of the phrase "fuck around and find out." If you continue to harass me, I will sue you. And I'm told by my attorney, and I did have an attorney, by the way, I was not bluffing. I have been told by my attorney I have a solid case for harassment. I will bleed this HOA dry. I will bury you in paperwork. I will make you miserable. And in the end, I will win. I will be given monetary damage money. I will be given grief money. I will be given money for my pain and suffering that you've put me through. So you will leave me alone. I am a good neighbor. My car is legal. I do not do idiotic things in my neighborhood, and I don't intend to ever. You will leave me alone, or I will sue you into oblivion. Turned around, walked out. Never heard a thing from him since. HOAs exist, ostensibly, HOAs exist to keep the property values up by keeping the properties uniform and well maintained and so on and so on. But they have turned into little fiefdoms, little private dictatorships of people, especially in this area where I have a lot of people who are well into the senior citizen category. Lots of people who are very old, very retired, very bored, and very much don't have anything better to do than make other people's lives miserable simply because they can. The trick is to stand up to these people when they become obnoxious. And I'm very good at that. As pardon me. As my father is often fond of saying, don't screw with this Jew. And that's all I got to say about that. HOAs suck. They are pointless beyond setting down a few ground rules to keeping the properties uniform and their value up, and they do help with insurance, I guess. And in the case of this HOA, they also do good work with contracting with tree maintenance and lawn maintenance and other things like that. But they're also really, really good in general at harassing good people just trying to live their lives. So if you're a victim of one of these assholes and these asshole groups, I recommend you consult an attorney who's used to dealing with HOAs that are getting a little bit too big for their britches, and talk to them about these things. You may find out that these HOA people are paper tigers, toothless. They have no standing, and when push comes to shove, they will fold up like a cheap Chinese lawn chair. That's all I got to say on this subject. Try something more sporty like next time. But this was a suggestion by one of my subscribers to do something with HOAs. I thought, hey, well, I've got experience on shitty HOAs and shitty ways they treat people, so I'll go on a little bit of a rant and see if people like it. But this is your boy, Celine Driver, on another Walkin' and Talkin', Not Walkin' Tuesday. I will catch you later.